Tory Lanez just refused to testify from behind bars, and it might cost him $20,000. But this isn't just about him. Megan Thee Stallion is taking on the entire coordinated harassment campaign, and the courtroom receipts are wild.
Is underway in federal court in Miami. The rapper has sued an influencer, accusing her of teaming up with rapper Tory Lanez on a campaign of harassment. Lanez is currently serving a 10-year prison sentence for shooting Megan back in 2020. Irina Roy and our legal contributor Bernardo Villalona join me now for more. So, Rena, get us up to speed. Where do things stand as the trial gets underway?
Yeah, well, Kira, we know that jury selection and opening statements began today in that Miami federal courtroom. We also just got word that Tory Lanez was held in contempt and fined $20,000. And look, as we know, this feud between him and Megan Thee Stallion has been going on for years. It's been a controversial one. It has been talked about all over social media since 2020 when Tory Lanez was indicted for shooting her. And now this influencer, as you mentioned, Milagro Cooper, aka Milagro Gramz, is facing this defamation lawsuit. Megan Thee Stallion is accusing her of working with Tory Lanez to run, quote, a targeted and coordinated campaign to harass, intimidate, and defame her. She and her team argue that Cooper has been an online rumor mill churning out falsehoods to her tens of thousands of followers. Cooper, though, she has denied any wrongdoing. She also previously filed a motion to dismiss this lawsuit, Kira.
Well, Bernardo, what do you expect to hear from both sides in court?
So in terms of Megan Thee Stallion, she's claiming 4 claims having to deal with defamation, having to deal with promotion of an altered sexual depiction, having to deal with intentional infliction of emotional distress, as well as cybersecurity. But what you're going to hear from Megan Thee Stallion, you're going to hear about all these posts that this woman posted about her, how she would claim that she committed perjury, about lying about that the gun went missing when it was actually in police custody. But what you're going to hear also is all the attempts of Milagro Cooper, especially having to deal with deleting her WhatsApp messages as well as text messages with conversations between her and Tory Lanez. Now, of course, Milagro Cooper, what she's saying is that, look, this is free speech. I'm able to speak about this. Megan Thee Stallion, she's a public figure. There was no malice. I was just reporting my opinion. So this is going to be a battle in the courtroom, but I think ultimately Megan Thee Stallion is going to prevail because while there's freedom of speech, there's no freedom of accountability.
Well, then, Bernardo, do you think this trial could have implications beyond this case?
Oh, absolutely. I think this is going to send a huge message to influencers, to content creators, to bloggers, that there has to be some sense of integrity of when you're making these reports, especially when you're talking about damaging a person's personality, as well as in terms of what they do and how they appear in public. But also, I think for those influencers that have the thousands of people that are following them, this is going to have a message that you just can't spill out whatever your opinion is, that there has to be some integrity and some truth to how you are making reports about things happening in the public view.
All right, Rena, Bernardo, thank you both.
Break this down right real quick. Megan Thee Stallion is suing Milagro Gramz, right, for defamation and cyberstalking. Tory Lanez. All right, so let's break this down real quick. Megan Thee Stallion is suing Milagro Gramz for defamation and cyberstalking. Tory Lanez refused to cooperate in his deposition from prison, got hit with a contempt of court, and now the jury gets to hear about it. That's where we are. Okay? Now, just a quick note, y'all, before we go further, please know this is commentary on public court proceedings, not legal advice. This case raises some really interesting questions. Can you actually sue someone for coordinated online harassment? We're talking about alleged cyberstalking campaigns, deep fake videos, coordinated attacks. If Megan wins this, it could set a major precedent for how we handle digital harassment in celebrity cases. In Tory's refusal to testify, that might actually strengthen her argument that there is something to hide. Y'all. So here's my question for y'all. Does Tory Lanez refusal to testify actually help Megan Thee Stallion's case? Or is it just a courtroom drama that won't move the needle? Drop your thoughts in the comment below. I want to hear what you have to say. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button because we break down all the celebrity legal tea with receipts and no bias. I'll catch you in the next one. As I always say, we can't change you unless one can change yourselves. Focus on the things you can control and not on things you can't. Thank you. Bye. Smooches.